Здравствуйте на стриме Hogwarts Legacy. Ну что, продолжим на стриме Hogwarts. Что, продолжим? Вот, звук я поставил теперь так. А как оказалось, это была проблема обновления драйверов Bluetooth гарнитур в наушниках. Почему-то настройки сбились, потому было то громко, тихо, не понял. Сейчас. А что я по сюжету решил не идти тогда? Только лишь по заданию. Вроде бы все нормально работает, так что можно теперь продолжать.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
Действительно, почему, да?
This way.
Сейчас, подожди. Так, только надеюсь, что не сильно тихо.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he?
Секунду, мне кажется, что все-таки звук хотя бы музыки надо увеличить.
We had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Revelio.
Или не надо? Так. Я не люблю, когда сбиваются настройки звука. Ладно, так оставим и все, не будем играться. То с этим можно несколько стримов играться, и нормально настроить.
That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something
Revelio.
in the water.
Ага. Да, нормально. А мы тут медленно идем.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Revelio.
Может, их что-то напугало.
Pelts. Poor beasts.
Вот они дома, а вот что-то вполне себе.
Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Заберем у них выпивку. Им это не положено.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Revelio.
Да ладно, мне столько
How did
заклятий.
goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Ну, то есть от тебя далеко сильно ходить нельзя, получается.
Come to think of it, months ago I had a brunch. Nice it was.
Petrifacus totalis.
Так, это главное, чтобы он не заметил нас.
Revelio.
Или не заметила. Я ж не знаю, кто там.
I never get lost, me. Always got me wits about me. You find yourself roaming the land like a little lost lamb, you only need cast your ear to my voice, because I'll know exactly where I am. You could blindfold me and I'll say,
Petrifacus totalis.
Не надо столько говорить.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic
Revelio.
himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Да ладно, было не сложно.
Yes. A
Ну,
more
лучше
hushed approach is likely wise.
замаскироваться, это мы знаем.
Revelio.
Просто кто-то из ниоткуда появится, магия и меня сразу раскроет. Хотя не всегда не раскрывают. Что у нас тут, а?
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
А этот дракон очень тот, который на нас нападал. Да нет, другой вроде. Тот же маг.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Я знаю. Но у меня есть вот это.
That's it.
Revelio.
And it's the word.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him.
Кстати говоря. Знаешь, новости? Тихо.
You better be a beast.
То есть сюда зайти через дверь не надо, да? Зато на одного врага меньше сделал.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Not much longer now. Soon our necks
No,
will
I
be
can
out from
remember
under
it's
wizarding
supposed to be
boots. Wizard kind will pay for what they've done.
Petrificus Totalis. Revelio.
Все, договорились.
Petrificus Totalis.
Удобное заклинание, прочитал, прокачал. Сразу можно было в окнах побеждать врагов в стелсе.
Now come on, always draw the short straw.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Да ладно, не
Poppy,
так знаю.
something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there?
А нет,
They must have
это у
only
нас
just captured
напало.
her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Или это
Not a fair one,
понятно.
though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we?
Давай, только дай через стелс.
What I wouldn't quiet.
Revelio.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Уже понял. Мы все соберем, не переживай.
Hello, Hamora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Да.
Revelio.
Мне уже...
That's a brilliant idea.
Revelio.
Раз они нас не ожидают. Стоп, замороженного. Так, тогда мне нужно...
Incendio. Leviosa. Defender. Revelio. Leviosa, defender. Revelio.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought our friend.
How nice get is it?
Stop right now.
Rather up why he's coming back.
Like the tortured dragon.
Марканье.
Let's play Predator and Prey, shall we?
Так,
See how you like this.
Defender. Confringo. Incendio.
One of my own. You back for more. Not the brightest child. Shall we finish what we started? The lamb returns to the world. No! I'm really dying all the time. Reduction!
Enjoy this. But my brain is useless than my body.
да что в тебе?
Fighting with blood. Now, Ringo. Thought you could hide from me, did ya?
Back to the dirt.
Never did care much for vegetables. Couldn't Ringo. The rest of these things. Ringo. You, Benny. Very well. Overgrown weed. Fighting with greens, are we?
Хорошо, давай.
Expelliarmus.
Get up.
Defender. Confringo. Incendio. Arresto Momentum.
I'm not running away. You take to die, do you?
Leviosa. Defender. Depulso. Confringo. Depulso. Accio. This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Надеюсь, мы с ним не будем сражаться сейчас.
This way.
Was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
На одну больше, на одну меньше неприятность. Уже не так.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Понятно. Заберите страницы для руководства в подземной гавани. Заберите страницу для руководства из книги трансфигурации среднего уровня, которая находится в библиотеке. Пошли. Да, все в Хогвартсе, да, делается? Туда и пойдем. Я удивлен, что мы эти не нашли страницы, ну ладно. Так, сюда. Возьмем вверх. Ну, может, и вверх.
believes this game's the best one ever.
Какая разница, куда сначала направить? Сначала здесь, а потом библиотека. Нам все равно нужно и то, и другое собрать.
Revelio.
А, вот подземная гавань.
So this is the underground harbor.
Так. Может, бомбан до сработает? На тебя уши.
Bombarda.
Да нет, мне кажется, может, что-то нужно другое.
Revelio.
Так. Подземная гавань. Глубоко под внутренним двором виадука расположена пристань для лодок, на которых доставляется первокурсника через Черное озеро Хогвартс. Так это... библиотека надо. Задание красок, я вижу, не супер сложно, потому можно и выполнить. Да.
Revelio.
Подожди. А. Старейшая библиотека. На этом портрете изображен один из первых библиотекарей Хогвартса. Ходят слухи, что он вообще не выносил шумных студентов и прославился постоянным использованием заклятия немоты при малейшем чихе. Зато идеально выполнил свою работу.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere. Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Ненавижу викторину.
Quiz?
Давай.
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
Давай попробуем.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Волшебное существо участвовало в Квиддиче до изобретения золотого сниджет.
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
The Allihotzi draft.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis.
No.
Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Horcruxes?
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows.
I'm
According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Я не знаю.
The quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Верно ли, что оборотное зелье способно превратить того, кто его выпьет, в существо другого вида? Да?
True.
Actually, the answer was false.
Что?
While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Давай.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The Order of Merlin.
No, that's incorrect. The answer was the Wizards' Council.
Stop,
The
Julia.
Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government
ладно,
to
вот
support
это
its
знаю.
enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
The Ukrainian Iron Belly.
No, I'm sorry, but the answer was the Peruvian Vipertooth.
As
Though the
между
Vipertooth
лично.
is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide-behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide-behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Lethifold?
Тронус?
The Patronus Charm.
Наверное.
Well done! The only known survivor of a Lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
Evangeline Orpington.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Never tickle a sleeping dragon.
Correct. In Latin, the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Runespore.
That's right! According to Parselmouths, each of the Runespore's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
The Pyrenees.
No, Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount Greylock. The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amatentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Давай.
Give me your worst.
Wonderful. I do admire your thirst for knowledge. Emmerich the Evil was killed in a duel against whom?
Sir Agravain.
Incorrect. The answer was Egbert the Egregious. Emmerich pirate gained notoriety for terrorizing villages in the south of England during the Middle Ages, when he was the master of the Elder Wand. If a chaser keeps their hand on the quaffle as it goes through the goal, what foul are they committing?
Stooging.
The answer was actually haversacking. Blatching is flying to intentionally collide with a player. Stooging is when two chasers knock the other team's keeper away from the goals so that a third chaser can score. A bite from a mackled malaclaw has the unusual side effect of causing what?
Bad luck.
Correct! Native to the European coastline, the effects of a malaclaw's bite can last up to a week. What plant excretes stink sap?
Sopophorus bean.
I'm afraid the correct answer was Mimbulus mimbletonia. The Mimbulus mimbletonia plant secretes stink sap as a defensive mechanism when touched. The pepper-up potion evolved from a remedy created by which 12th century wizard?
Basil flack.
That's incorrect. The answer was Limfrid of Stinchcombe. Centuries later, Glover Hipworth would expand on Limfrid's previous work to create the pepper-up potion we know today. In The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, what does the elder wizard leave for his son in the hopping pot?
A smaller pot.
Incorrect. The answer was a single slipper. The story was created by Beadle the Bard, but there are a few versions. I won't spoil what the slipper was for if you haven't read it recently. The Snallygaster is native to which region of the world?
The Scottish Highlands.
No, the answer was North America. The part bird, part reptile is a distant relative of the Occamy and has serrated fangs and a bulletproof hide. Who is the Muggle knight featured in the Fountain of Fair Fortune?
Sir Luckless.
Correct! The three witches in the story are named Asha, Altheda, and Amata. Oh, I adore a story that ends with a twist. The world's largest kelpie is also known by what other name?
А, вот это мы где-то читали.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Correct. The Office of Misinformation has worked diligently to discredit any Muggle evidence of the kelpie's existence. Who was the first Minister for Magic?
Ulick Gamp.
Yes. Gamp's greatest legacy was the founding of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. It outlawed the unforgivable curses. You've answered all of my questions. It's nice to know there's another student who appreciates the value of knowledge. You might not have got very many right, but I'm sure you learned something regardless. Thank you for humouring me by participating. I had a splendid time. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Revelio.
Книга трансфигурации среднего уровня. Эта книга непременно поможет студенту, который хочет заняться более сложными видами трансфигурации. Профессор Уизли часто рекомендует ее своим студентам с отличной успеваемостью в качестве легкого чтива.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Зато немного лора узнали с ней, поговорив. Ну, хорошо объясняли. Некоторые мы в дороге читали, но мы же не все читаем.
What are you up to now?
Ничего не затеяли пока что.
Revelio. Alohomora.
А вы читайте, либо занимайтесь.
Revelio.
Я вас тут немного пошастаюсь. Уважаемый профессор Уизли, спасибо за письмо. Отрадно слышать, что среди нынешнего выпуска есть ученики, которые заинтересованы в работе министерства и хорошо для нее подходят. Разумеется, составить представление о способностях этих молодых людей нам помогут их результаты СО. Однако ваше мнение мы тоже учитываем. Вы не понаслышке знакомы с особенностями нашей работы, и потому можете дать самые точные рекомендации, за что я безмерно благодарен. Буду ждать от вас новых писем в ходе учебного года. С уважением, Феррис Певин, министр магии Лондон. Угу.
Revelio.
Кто где поблизости есть? А вот. Частичная трансфигурация. Это частично преображаемая чашка, вероятно, на скорую руку исправленная ошибкой второкурсник. Он явно служит предостережением для тех студентов, которые не хотят всерьез воспринимать всю сложность и опасность трансфигурации. На занятия обидно.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Сначала это задание надо пройти. Ну все выполнили дополнительно для него.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Нет, по-моему, не все. О, последняя.
Beautifully done.
Трансформация придает объектам врагов и врагам альтернативную форму. Это может потребоваться для решения головоломок или просто для создания безобидных безделушек. А, возможно, из-за сундук, когда нам нужно будет помочь этого открыть.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Неплохо.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Так, что у нас тут по заданиям?
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Ого, сколько заданий пошло. Так. Схватка мы, наверное, позже. Разговор с матерью сначала. Испытание. Так, местоположение на карте. И только запрещенные заклинания остались.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
Мы не заставим.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
Интересно, мы можем это или нет? Тоже анимагом стать.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month. then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
We're making good progress. We can't quit now.
I agree. I have never considered quitting, even for a moment. You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Well, задание пройдено.
Have you finished your herbology essay? Mine's only about half an inch thick, and I found a black beetle on it.
Или это даже было не задание? Так, отчет о драконе.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
А когда уже будет весна или лето?
Over here.
Хотела поговорить Поппи.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely